Ho ho, how you doing? Happy Christmas. I hope you're all having a great day. Well, it's Christmas, and if you're wondering whether I've been good this year, apparently I have done. And if you've been following the Super City project, you know this was only heading in one direction: more power, but done properly. And today we're finally unwrapping what is probably one of the biggest upgrades I've ever done to a car. And hopefully this is a VMAX SCAR supercharger kit for a classic Mini. Before we start tearing the paper off, let's talk about why I've gone down the route of supercharging my classic Mini. The Super City isn't a dyno car and it's not built for the track. I want it to be a fast road car that's enjoyable to drive, fun, torquey, and that you don't have to rev the nuts out of it to get all the power. And that's why supercharging makes real sense. Instant boost, no lag, and smooth power delivery. And it keeps the spirit of the A-Series intact. And this kit from VMAX SCAR is what really sold it to me. It's not just a random selection of parts which may or may not work. It's a properly engineered, tested kit that's been proven over a number of years now. So, here are the boxes. What have we got? Well, let's have a look first. Who's it from? To Classic Mini Workshop, from the subscribers. So, just genuinely thank you to everyone that comes back, watches the channel, watches the videos, keeps me going with these sort of projects. I probably wouldn't be doing this stuff if you guys weren't out there supporting the channel. And I really, really want to say a massive thank you to those people that also support me on Buy Me a Coffee, Buy Me a Beer, whatever you want to call it, that regularly drop me the odd coffee now and again or odd beer just to say thank you. Your support goes into buying bits and keeping the projects going, so thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great day. So I've already been on the mulled wine, my favourite Christmas drink. Let's do some unwrapping. Not easy one-handed. Ooh, look at that. So, there it is, the supercharger itself. I decided to get it done in this like metallic gunmetal grey. I thought under the blue bonnet, any leery colours like red or yellow would have just looked silly, and I think it looks really nice and professional. The great thing about this is it fits under the bonnet of an A-Series Mini without any other sort of bulkhead modifications or anything like that. It's driven off the crankshaft, so we have a belt that runs this pulley here, and then it has two scrolls in here which act like a compressor. So it sucks in the air through the carburetor. So this is a 40 DCOE carburetor. It compresses that mixture and then rams it into the cylinder head. So if I give the pulley a little spin here, you'll actually hear it sucking air. So I'm going to get it out of the box now, and let's have a look at the underside of this. So we start out with the 40 DCOE carburetor. This is a twin choke. It's a copy of a Weber carburetor, but Stuart assures me these work just as well as the more expensive Weber. They do a 45 DCOE, which will probably be better for the big bore minis, but this is a 998cc, so that will flow just about the right amount of air for this setup, and will also flow the correct mixture low down at RPM, not just right at the top of the rev range. I've also opted to go for the cast alloy inlet manifold. Now you can have tubular steel pipes, but I think this just looks far more professional. That's already been fitted on there by Stuart. If I roll it right over, Now I'm going to get my bigger inner kid here. Gold. This is heat reflective gold material, just to obviously reflect the heat away from the exhaust manifold, which is going to be sitting underneath here. And then sandwiched in between the supercharger itself and the manifold, there is a plate in here which runs coolant through it, separate to the engine coolant system, completely separate. It's a closed loop system. It's a charge cooler which cools the air or cools the mixture down before it goes into the inlet manifold, to stop like pre-ignition detonation and yeah, just to make the charge cooler as it goes into the engine. So then, looking around the back here, I've not actually checked or read the instructions yet. That's the sort of person I am. We have a takeoff. I think this one will be for the vacuum, because I've got servo assisted brakes, and we've got an outlet there for the charge cooler. There's also another connector at the bottom here, which I suspect might be for the vacuum advance for the distributor. But yeah, that's a really nice assembled piece of kit. We've obviously got the belt tensioner off the end here. Like I say, this just runs off the crankshaft pulley. So in this kit, there will be a belt to go with this as well, a serpentine belt. But that looks really awesome. Right, let's unwrap something else. What do we have in here? So this is a little radiator. This is not for the cooling system on the car. This is the charge cooler. It's a 275mm charge cooler, and it's there to cool the charge going into the inlet manifold from the supercharger. When you're compressing air, heat really is the enemy. So if you compress air, it warms up. Cooler intake air means more consistent power, safer running, and far less chance of detonation, which can destroy an engine very quickly. This cooler is nicely sized, big enough to do the job properly, but not so massive that it causes packaging problems or airflow issues fitting it under the mini bonnet. For the Super City, really, this was non-negotiable. You can run it without a charge cooler, but I think, you know, like I say, when you're running a boosted engine, it really is important. And the next box will be there to go with the charge cooler, I think. So obviously you need to run coolant around this system. So in this box here, we have a small water pump. So this will pump coolant around the system. Like I say, it's closed loop. It's completely separate from the cooling system on the car. It's its own closed system. We've got some coolant pipes here, silicone pipes to use on the car as well. And then we've got a small, it's not necessarily just an expansion tank because it doesn't run under pressure, this system. It's just a reservoir for the coolant to sit into. This just runs normal sort of coolant antifreeze you would run on a car, slightly less concentrated than you would be running in the engine. Also in this box as well, we've got a new throttle cable and just some adapters. We've got some new manifold studs, and quite important on this build, so the new cast alloy inlet manifold itself is thicker than the exhaust manifold will be. So we've got some stepped washers in here to make sure it all lines up properly on the head. Let's carry on with the unboxing then. Or unpackaging, should I say. So in this packet we have a inlet manifold gasket, or inlet combined exhaust and inlet manifold gasket, and we also have a Victor Rhines head gasket. Now, an important point here, because I'm using the 12G295 head that was kindly donated to me, and that's been worked on by Stuart Gurr, I do not need to run a decompression plate. So Some of these kits, if you're bolting it on a standard 998 with a standard head, you're going to need to run lower compression. I can't remember exactly what this car is running at. I will let you know in a future video. I think it's 8.3 to 1. But because of that 12G295 head, and because of the combustion chamber work that Stuart's done, it doesn't need to run a decompression plate. I don't like the idea of running a decompression plate because you're running a metal plate with basically 2 gaskets and you're trying to increase the combustion chamber volumes by basically lifting the head further off the block. It's just another point for failure. So we're doing this properly. It would just be a single head gasket on there. And yeah, I'm really pleased about that. Really pleased I went down that route of replacing the head as well. So in here we have a serpentine belt. This is a 5 PK, so that means it's got 5 ribs on it, and it's 1,065 millimeters long. So the belt runs off the bottom pulley. Superchargers sound absolutely awesome. If I can include a clip somewhere, I will do. The great bit is though, there was actually multiple belts. I think Stuart gave me about 3 or 4 different belts, depending on what's been done on the head, the height of the head, etc. You might get slight variations in the length of the belt you need. So Stuart supplied a few there, which is absolutely brilliant. The final part of the unboxing of the Supercharger kit is a ram air filter. So this will go on the end of those throttle trumpets on the end of the carburetor, just to stop any dirt and debris getting inside, and very, very important now, damaging the supercharger itself and potentially going in and damaging the engine. So there we go, that is the full Supercharger kit. I'm really pleased with that. I think it looks absolutely awesome. The fact this fits under a Mini with no modifications to the bulkhead, the engine bay or anything like that is really, really awesome. It's a nice compact setup. It looks professional. It looks like it was made for the car. And this will give, with the engine setup I'm going for, which I'll talk about in some future videos, so make sure you're subscribed for that. I'll be talking about the cylinder head, what's been done on the cylinder head and the bottom end of the engine. Stuart estimates this is going to be 90 to 100 brake horsepower, which in a Mini, I've had 100 brake horsepower Mini before, is absolutely plenty, and the way it delivers power through the Supercharger should make it absolutely awesome fun to drive, and the noise as well. So I can't wait to hear this Supercharger squeal. Even just hearing it turn over and suck in air is quite exciting. So there we go, that was my big Christmas present. I hope you got what you wanted. I really cannot wait to get stuck in and putting this inside the car and getting it up running. But I do just need to finish off some bits to the bodywork, clean up the engine bay and get it all prepped. But it's not going to be long. In my next videos, I'll be going through what's been done to the engine. Some really exciting stuff there on the cylinder head and the bottom end. And we will be doing a step-by-step guide on how we're going to fit this Supercharger kit. Yeah, I cannot wait to get in it, feel that torque, hear that whine, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of your Christmas day. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to drop me a comment, I do read all the comments. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, it's free and you won't miss a video. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.